Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's class, I will explain you data types in C. Data types in C language. See, while working with data, for example, I am taking 100. I am taking 3.5. I am taking name like Sai, Charan. Some cases I have to enter. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, no. I enter your gender, male, female. See, this value is what value? Integer value. This value is decimal value. Collection of characters are referred as strings. These are strings. Here, single character. These are characters. Characters means alphabets. Being and human being, we know it. A value is like this. This is integer. A value with decimal points are referred as real values or decimal values. Names are referred as strings. Okay, single characters. Okay, are you sure you want to continue? Yes, no, enter gender, male, female, like that. These are alphabets. By seeing data, we can tell whether it is integer or not, real or not, string or not, alphabet, that means characters or not. But being a computer as a machine, it don't know what type of data we are giving. That's why we have to specify what type of data we are giving to the computer. To specify type of data in the program, we are going to use data types. That's why data types are used to specify type of data used in the program. Human beings, by seeing data itself, they can tell this is integer value, this is real value, this is string value, this is alphabet. But being a machine, computer don't know what type of data we are providing, how it has to accept. That's why when you are working with the data, we have to specify it. To specify it, we are going to use data types. That's why we can call data types are used to specify type of data used in the program. C language will support 4 types of data types. 4 types of data types. Number 1, predefined data types, or these are also called as basic data types or fundamental data types. Second one is derived data types. Third one, user defined data types. User defined data types. In some books they specify predefined data types or basic data types or primary data types. These are also called as primary data types. Derived data types, user defined data types or secondary data types. Fourth one is empty data types. Empty data types. First of all, we will talk about predefined or basic data types. See, predefined data types are classified into 2 categories: numeric In numeric again there are two types are there. Integer, real. In non-numeric we are having characters. Okay. Again integer we have two types are there. Signed integers, unsigned integers. In character also we have signed characters and unsigned characters. Okay, in reals we are having only signed, we don't have unsigned. See, first of all we talk about integer. Integers we have two types. What are they? Signed and unsigned. Real we are having only signed. Character both signed are there and unsigned are there. First we talk about integers. In integers we have two types. What are they? Signed, unsigned. To work with integer, on that I had explained, we have 32 keywords. Among 32 keywords, we are having short, we are having int, we are having long. These three keywords are used to work with integer data types. Okay. Suppose if I have to work with signed integer, I can write short a or signed short a, both are same. To work with signed integer, simply I can write int a or you can write signed int a, both are same. To work with signed long int, simply you can write long a. Don't write long int, simply you have to write long a. Or you can write signed log a. Both are same. Either you can write long a, if you write signed log a, both are same. That means while declaring data as integer data, if you have to declare it as signed short integer, simply you can write short a. It will treat as what? Signed only. Okay, no need of using signed keyword especially. By default, we declare short a, int a, long a. By default, they are treated as signed. Signed means it is having a sign. For example, plus 10. It is having sign. Minus 10. It is having sign. Of course, positive values may not have sign, also no problem. Signed means they may have positive sign or negative sign. Simply remember one thing. Signed data types will accept both positive values and negative values. Second category what? Unsigned integers. Second category what? Unsigned integer. To work with unsigned integer also, we have to use short int long only. Okay, if you are going to work with integer type data, either they are signed category or unsigned category, we should use short int long only. Okay, but to declare an integer as unsigned short integer, we have to write unsigned short a. Don't write short int, simply unsigned short a. Next, to declare an integer as unsigned integer using int keyword, you can write unsigned int a. If you have to declare integer as long integer using unsigned, you have to write unsigned long a. That means to work with the signed integer value, we should no need of using signed keyword. But to work with unsigned integers, we should use unsigned keyword. Okay, in previous videos already while working with the printf scanf, I had explained Percentile D is used to read integer. Okay, that is short integer. Percentile I integer. Long integer percentile LD. These are format specifiers. Already we are working with printf, scanf I explained. To read integer data, after taking integer data, if I have to read that value as integer value, printf percentile D, scanf percentile D. To print integer value, printf percentile D. Long integer, printf percentile LD. To read long integer, scanf percentile LD. In the same way, if you are going to work with unsigned integer, we have to use percentile U. Now some of you raise one doubt. You may get one doubt. Sir, to work with integers we are having already short. Then why I have to use int? Already we are having short and int. Then why I have to use? Why we have to use long? Listen, normally while working with the data, I will take some small values 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15 are small values only. The same way I am going to work with data, I am going to work with 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs. Some case I have to work with 2 big value. Then I want to use 1 crore, 10 crores like this. This is larger integer value. To work with small integer, we are going to use short. To work with medium integer, we can use int. To work with larger integers values, we have to use long. For example, if you are going to use integer as short A, it requires 1 byte of memory to store in computer memory. 1 byte means it requires 8 bytes of memory. 1 byte means 8 bits of memory. If you declare a value as integer value, it requires 2 bytes of memory. 2 bytes, 1 byte means 8 bits, 2 bytes means 16 bits. In the same way, if you declare one integer as long integer, it requires 4 bytes. 4 bytes means 1 byte means 8 bits, 4 bytes means 32 bits required. Being short integer, okay, 1 byte means how many bits? 8 bits. 8 bits means it will accept values from 0 to 7. Okay, I am erasing it, I will explain here. If you declare integer as short integer, it requires how many bytes? 1 byte. 1 byte means 8 bits. 8 bit means it will accept values from 0 to 7. The range of short integer is minus 2 power 7 to plus 2 power 7 minus 1. Minus 2 power 7 is minus 128 to plus 2 power 7 minus 1 means plus 127. That means short integer range is, it will accept values from minus 128 to plus 127. In the same way, most of you by heart, no, don't by heart. Some of you will raise one doubt, sir, why you are taking 2 power 7 minus 1? Because minus 128 to plus 127 means there is 0 is also included. That's why by including 0, I have to reduce one value. That's why I am writing minus 1. In the same way, if I declare integer as int a using int keyword, here I am not specifying signed or unsigned. By default, they will be treated as what? Signed. If you have to work with unsigned means, we should specify unsigned. Unsigned will accept only positive values. Signed will accept both positive and negative. Int a. How many bytes required? If you declare one value as integer value using int keyword, it requires how many bytes? 2 bytes. 2 bytes means 1 byte means 8 bits. 2 bytes means 16 bits. 16 bits means it will accept 0 to 15. So the range of integer is minus 2 power 15 to plus 2 power 15 minus 1. I think you will get minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. That is range of integer value. In the same way, we can use long keyword also to declare integer value as long value. That means when I am going to work with 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore, like that biggest values, we have to use long A. If you declare A value as long value, it requires 4 bytes. 4 bytes means 1 byte means 8 bits. 4 bytes means 32 bits. 32 bits means it will accept 0 to 31. How to specify the range of this one? Minus 2 power 31 to plus 2 power 31 minus 1. Okay, if you calculate it, you will get this value. Minus 2147483648 plus 2147483647. Do it till you get answer. Okay? Means if you are working with smaller values, go for short. Medium values, go with int. Larger values means go with long. Okay? Sir, anyhow, long will support too small value to too big value. If I use long, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Okay, it will take more time compared to smaller data type, because short will require 8 bits means when it is going to store 8 bits, it will require only 8 bits of data. When you are going to process data, long requires 32 bits. When you are going to add all these bits, it will take more time. That's why when you are going to work with smaller values, go for smaller data types. When you are going to work with larger values, go with larger data types. Compared to smaller values, larger values will require more storage. 32 bits means when you are going to add all those bits, it will take more time than smaller data types. That's why they have introduced all these different data types. This is about signed integers. Okay, coming to unsigned integer. If you declare this integer as unsigned short a, okay, we should add unsigned. Okay, before short a, use unsigned. Here, unsigned. Here also unsigned. We should use unsigned. If you don't use, by default it will treat it as what? Signed. Okay, unsigned long a digit. Unsigned short a also will require how many bytes? 1 byte. Unsigned integer also require how many bytes? 2 bytes. Unsigned long a also require how many bytes? 4 bytes. Short integer requires what is the range? Minus 128 to plus 127. Unsigned short means what is the meaning of that one? It will accept only positive values. Please add these two, minus 128 and 127. Forget about the minus symbols. Add 128 plus 127, 255. So the range of values accepted by unsigned short a is at 0 to 255. Because unsigned will accept only positive values. Unsigned integer, it requires 2 bytes to store, because when you are going to work with data, to store the data, it requires some amount of memory. What is the memory occupied? 2 bytes. 2 bytes means how many bits? 16 bits. It will accept only positive values. What is the signed integer range? Minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Please erase this, do one thing. Okay. Add these two numbers by forgetting signs. Okay, you will get 0 to 65,535 by adding these two. Okay. Next, unsigned long a requires 4 bytes to store. 4 bytes means how many bits? 32 bits. This is the range of signed long. Do one thing. To get the unsigned long, forget about signs, add all these things. You will get 21, 21, 42, 47, 47, 94, 48, 48, 96, 36, 38, 72, 48, 47, 95. It will being unsigned value, it accepts only positive values, so 0 to 4 to 9. This is the range of long value. This is the possible values, range of values accepted by unsigned short unsigned int, unsigned long. This is about signed and unsigned. Okay. Next, real values. To work with real values, we can use float and double keyword. To work with float values, we have to use float A. We can use double A. Sir, why I have to use both? I can use any one. But to work with small real values, real value means value with decimal point, 3.5, 4.5 like that. We can use float and double. See, here we are having only signed. If you want to use signed, you can use signed. If you don't use it also, by default, they will be treated as signed float value, signed double value. The range of this one is minus 3.14 e power 38 to plus 3.14 e 38. The range of double is minus 1.7 e 3082 plus 1.7 e 308. So what is the meaning of this e? What is the purpose of using this e? See, normally by working with real values, I am having a two small value 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. This can be represented as 1 into 10 power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 7. Okay? It is our human representation. In computer science, this will be represented as 1e. It will be represented as 1e minus 7. One is called mantissa. Minus 7 is called exponent. Here e means into 10 power. Into power of 10, sorry. Into power of 10. 1 into 10 power minus 7. Okay. The same I have 1 lakh. 1 into 10 power 5. 1 E5. 1 is called mantissa. 5 is called exponent. Here e means what? Into 10 power. When you are going to work with two small real values and two big real values, it is going to use this mantissa and exponent part mechanism. Sometimes you get answer like that. Don't get confused. This is the actual representation of the corresponding one. This is about float and double. Okay. Numeric over integers, real over. Next, coming to non-numeric. In non-numeric, we are having what? Characters. Okay. Character means alphabets. Suppose I have to work with gender. Char gender equal to. It will accept only single character. Male. Or if you want to give female, use. This is character constant. A single character should be enclosed in a single quote. It may be a single alphabet. It may be uppercase or lower. This is lowercase, small letter, uppercase. Or a single digit enclosed in a single quote is referred as character constant. It may be special symbol also. Dollar. All these are characters. Single character enclosed in single quote is referred as characters. The same thing enclosed in double quotes is string. Actually, strings are used to work with names. Collection of characters enclosed in double quotes. Sai, Charan, Jyoti, Nag. Collection of characters enclosed in double quotes is referred as a collection of characters or a single character enclosed in double quote is string. A single character or digit enclosed in single quote is character constants. To work with single character, we are going to use char. To work with strings, we have to use character arrays. While discussing arrays, I will explain you. Char name equal to Sai. This is called string. To work with single character, we can use character then it will accept like this. To work with strings, we have to use double quote. They will accept all these things. Okay. There is one important question about characters. Of course, when you are going to work with single alphabet, for example, I can work with, are you sure you want to continue? Yes, no. I can enter capital Y, capital N, small y, small n. Like that. Okay. Actually, when you are going to work with character, characters are stored. Character means alphabets are stored in the form of integer. Okay. Whatever equivalent integer value we are going to use to represent every character is referred as ASCII. ASCII full form is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. When you are going to work with character, every character, of course we are going to use character. Every character is represented with unique integer value. For example, if you are going to use capital A, it is represented as 65. Capital B, it is represented as 66. Capital C, 67. Capital Z, 90. Sir, there are 26 characters. 65 plus 26, 91, not 91. By including 65, you will get 90 only. Capital A as value 65, capital B 66, small z 90. Small a 97, small b 98, small c 99. Like that, small z 122. The same way, equivalent ASCII value of 0 is 48. When you are going to work space, enter, space is also one character. This is single quote, enter space, single quote end. ASCII value of space is 32. This is one of the important interview question. What is ASCII value? What is the ASCII value of 0? What is the ASCII value of space? In our C language, we are going to use a special character, that is /0, \0. We are going to use this while working with strings. At that time, I will explain. ASCII value of /0 is 0. Okay. So, whatever I explained so far, int, float, double, character, all these are referred as predefined data types, basic data types, or primary data types. Next one is derived data types. These are derived from predefined data types. For example, array. When you are going to work with array, we have to work with integer array, we have to use int a of 10. Again, I am using int keyword. It will come under what category? Predefined data type. Still, we are using int. The same way, to work with floating array, float x of 20. To work with string array, char name of 10. That means, to work with int float character value, I use int float char. Again, to work with integer array, floating array, character array, we are using what? Same int float char. That means, when you are going to work with array, arrays are derived from predefined data types. Still, we are using int float char keywords to work with arrays also. Hence, they are referred as derived data type. In the same way, one more category, pointer. To work with integer pointer, I have to use int star p. Float pointer, float star p. Char pointer, char star p. Means, of course, value is having star, but to declare integer pointer, float pointer, character pointer, still we are using int float char only. They are taken from primary data types. Hence, they will come under the category of what? Derived data types. In this category, while working with arrays and pointers, again we are going to use int float char only. The same way, short array. Okay, short a of 10. Long a of 10, double array, double x of 20, like that. Okay, we have to use the same keywords to work with arrays and pointers. Hence, arrays and pointers will come under the category of derived data types. User defined data types. Enum, type def, enum, type def, structures, enum and type def will come under the category of user defined data type. This structure and unions also will come under the category of derived data types only. Okay, enum and type def will come under the category of user defined data type. What is the purpose of enum? What is the purpose of type def? I will explain you in separate video. Next, empty data type. Empty data type, the last category. What is the purpose of int? To work with integer value, medium integer value. What is the purpose of short? To work with small integer values. What is the purpose of long? To work with two large integer values. To work with small integer values, float. To work with smart bigger values, we will use what? Double. Okay. Coming to empty data type, void is referred as empty data type. Among 32 keywords, void is there. Void means nothing. Int will accept integer value, float will accept real value, short will accept short value, long will accept longer values. But what about void? Void means nothing. When you are going to write main, at that time we will write void main. Means it will not give you anything. This void is referred as empty data type. This is regarding data types. Please go through this video. If you have any doubts, you can raise your queries in the comment section.